Creative Magic Club. What's up? This is Sarah Mack and welcome to Creative Magic Club. Together we'll discover inspirational stories of creative entrepreneurs living out their dreams, doing the work they are most passionate about, and building wealth in magical and fun ways. While building a six-figure income as a writer and coach, helping other women to launch their dream businesses, I've connected with so many incredible people and seen it proven again and again that you can thrive financially doing whatever it is you are passionate about. I'm here to share life-changing strategies for mindset, making money, and reaching more people with your work in a business and life filled with creativity, freedom, and fun. Hi, welcome. I am so excited for this episode today. I'm going to be sharing some Virgo content prompts for you to help you get some clarity on your story to attract some clients who want to work with you specifically and are so excited to join your offers. That doesn't matter what you're charging. They will pay it because they love you so much, because you are exactly the person who is the perfect fit to help them. But before we dive in to talk about Virgo season, I just want to share that the reason I'm so excited for this episode today is many reasons, but one is that this is the very first episode I'm recording in our new place in Marina del Rey in Los Angeles. I moved at the end of July and I did succeed at my content batching. For those of you who are following, my plan was to content batch so I could take some time off this summer. And I was just reflecting on that because obviously it didn't succeed to the level that I had, maybe imagined it could. But actually it was a big success. I haven't recorded a podcast episode in more than 6, if not 7 weeks. So it has been a really nice break. I've had a lot of time freed up on my schedule, which I did plan for. Had very few calls, supporting clients in Voxer. And I really planned to give myself the space that I very much needed for this move, which was really hectic. I feel like I've been packing and unpacking for about 2 months straight. And we just went through a bit of a nightmare. Nobody warned me that fleas is a massive issue in LA, I guess because the weather's always nice, so there's never any cold weather to kill them off. Anyway, our cats got fleas. I didn't sort out their flea meds in time, and we had to go through this whole process of literally cleaning every single thing in our apartment. It was exhausting. It was really stressful. Just when I thought I was over the hump of the unpacking, we had to reorganize everything. And that's, kind of the astrological vibe at the moment, which is Virgo season. We are right at the end of a Mercury retrograde, which is kind of, the vibe of organization and reviewing and, reorganizing. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that today. I'm going to share some themes for you to ponder on. And I'm going to actually give you some content prompts based on the theme of the season. And this is something that I'm going to start playing with my podcast episodes, so that this is just going to be so valuable for you and give you some tangible actions that you can take away that are really fun, that are going to bring you to another layer of depth and connection to your story and your magic and your genius and your skill to be able to translate that into content that will really make you stand out online to the people that you are meant to work with on this planet. So before we dive in, I also have a very exciting announcement that you've probably noticed I've been talking a lot about astrology on the podcast lately. I've been creating more astrology themed offers, really diving into that work deeply with my clients. And I have created a new offer. Like a mastermind, I'm calling it an Astromind. And it's really going to be focused on bringing astrology in as a tool to make it so much easier, clearer, and most importantly, fun and exciting to be really accessing the next level of freedom in sharing our stories, the ones that our clients really need to hear to confidently jump into our offers. So I want to bring this tool to you if you are interested in going deeper. So stay tuned. There's going to be more details coming shortly where you're going to learn to use your chart to feel so crystal clear on the parts of your story that your soulmate clients really need to hear. And we're also going to be looking more at money alignment based on your astrology chart. This is another aspect I've been diving into with my clients with money mindset work, and how you can translate that to actual like habits and rituals and routines and tangible actions that are going to take you to your next level of signing clients with ease and making money in super aligned, really fun and fulfilling ways in your business. So I do have a wait list. There will be very special pricing and early bonuses for people who are on it. So DM me your email if you want to jump on that and be the first to know when the full details drop. And at the end of the episode today, I'm also going to be sharing details about a super special free series that I'm creating for you that's coming up really soon. So make sure you stay tuned and get in on that. So I feel like I am the epitome of Virgo season right now. I'm Virgo rising and I'm a Leo sun, and obviously we just moved, so my entire life has been focused on unpacking, reorganizing, and another thing that I've been thinking about, which is a Virgo theme, is looking at the areas that maybe I haven't been so happy with, that I haven't really paid attention to, that I know have kind of been holding me back. And one of those areas for me is digital decluttering. Like, I am a hot mess in my laptop and my hard drives. And so I started a really simple, like 5 to 15 minutes a day of like just doing some things. Sometimes I'll just be lazy and like empty my trash and feel like I'm worthy of a gold star. Other days I will dive into actually like pulling out the files within files within files and reorganizing things into the filing system that I have set up but haven't been using very consistently or for very long. And, another aspect of my move and giving myself space this summer, I'm kind of and I've been diving really deep into using my chart for like deep alignment and healing and coming into balance and accessing my power at higher levels. And I'm in a big process with that at the moment, and giving myself space to really feel what wants to process and what wants to move through me. Because obviously moving to the other side of the continent, it's a big move for me, and it's a new environment. I've never lived somewhere where there isn't winter and it's really far away from where I'm from. And this is the first time I felt like I'm really settling in somewhere for like a long, long time. I mean, who knows? My life path number is 5 in numerology, so I could very well be moving again in 5 years. We'll see. And this is the first time I've had residency and really settled down since I left the UK. So I'm having all of these emotions coming up around realizing like, oh, I've fully left where I'm from. And so, yeah, there's been some big emotions playing out for me lately. And so, funny story, I was in like a great swing with like all my new back to school habits. And then, the flea gate happened. And then these big waves of emotion followed soon after. And I was forced to just put my, full steam ahead, ticking off all the habits, all the gold stars, like Virgo dream streak that I was on, to just put it on pause. But something really beautiful happened, just while I like manage my energy in this season of ups and downs. And Albors, my husband, is literally sitting in the other room right now, and he started organizing all of my hard drives for me. I didn't even ask him. He just started to. I mentioned it. I was like, this is a project I would like us to get to. I want us to organize all of our photos. And he just started going for it. And I was like, oh my God, this is a dream come true. It's getting organized. I'm not having to do it. So I'm claiming this as the magic of Virgo season. So some of the themes of Virgo that you can reflect on to see how they're playing out for you, how they're playing out for you personally, how they're playing out for you in your work, and how you help your clients. to see what simmers up for some themes for content, because always, the easiest way to create great content is to take it from what we're living, what we're embodying, right? And really leaning into embodying our work at the deepest levels. Then marketing and selling becomes absolutely effortless, despite all of the real, very real effort that goes into embodying our work consistently. So, it's about material reality, right? Virgo is an earth sign. It's closely connected to the body, to the tangible world. It's ruled by Mercury, which is the planet of thought and curiosity and communication. So this is about the practical details of real life. Me and my partner have been talking a lot about communication this past week. And Virgo can have a kind of meticulous energy to it, which can veer into perfectionism. And I know a lot of us identify with that being something that we're constantly navigating, especially with all the woman conditioning. We know where that comes from, right? And also just back to school vibes, right? Like getting organized, getting a new planner, maybe, getting some fresh stationery, whatever brings you that, surrounding your workspace with objects that inspire you to be creative, to sit down, to create something new, to really bring it your best. And then obviously being healthy and taking care of your body and your routines, self-care rituals, like what are the systems? The earth element is all about the systems that support us and create consistency through, the craziness, the ups and downs, and the uncertainty that life will naturally bring. So some other things that I've been focused on, along with, in the theme of digital decluttering, is financial organization. So there's an app called You Need a Budget. Don't know if you know about it. This is the one that I've landed on, that I am committed to using on a regular basis. And I say this is my aspiration, because I have not been committed and consistent. I've used a lot of different apps, and this is the one I've landed on. It's like, it has all the features that, even though it's honestly kind of complicated, I feel like once I've been through the learning curve, it will be simple and it will make my life simpler. It kind of brings in all of your transactions from your bank accounts, kind of like an accounting system that you would have for your business, like QuickBooks or Xero. And you can create different budgets for joint budget, personal budget, business budget. That's something that, again, I've just been bringing in, like if I can touch it for like 5 to 15 minutes a day to be keeping it up to date, I'm really building that new habit that I know is just going to give me so much accurate data to be making my decisions moment by moment. Hi loves, I wanted to let you know that I made a special free gift just for you. It's called the Cash Injection Ritual, and it's my 3-step method that you can use to create extra cash sales starting today. I used to suck at making consistent money, and I believed I would never be good at sales because I refused to do anything that feels out of integrity. Then I discovered the powerful mindset shifts I'm about to share with you, and I implemented this cash injection ritual to double my income 3 years in a row, making it to 6 figures in my dream coaching business. Now I'm so effing excited to share this work with you so you can start receiving the money you so deserve. So click the link in the description or go to withsarahmac.com and you can download the cash injection ritual from the freebies menu at the top of my page. Please remember to share your celebrations with me when the extra sales and cash starts to roll in. Before we get back to the episode, I have something exciting to tell you about. There were a couple of key things that changed everything in my life as an entrepreneur that allowed me to bring in 6 figures while working half as many hours and having more fun than ever before in my business. It was money mindset work around how I was doing business, combined with getting good at sharing strategic sales content online. I know you know that this is your year to start hitting your 10K month income goal and living the life of creative freedom and fulfillment you have been dreaming about. You're ready to be consistently attracting total dream soulmate clients through the creative content you're sharing on social media, and you want to be reaching more people, charging higher rates, and working much less. So I'm very excited to invite you to join me in Freedom Club, my mastermind, where you'll receive tailored high-level support to master the skills that will create your dream life and 6-figure dream business starting now. with focused weekly trainings and coaching calls to find the clarity on your content that's going to make you the most money, to design a simple, fun launch strategy you'll enjoy following through on, plus daily support and feedback from me in the Voxer chat, you'll find that sweet spot in your business where you're the most confident in your work, having the most fun, and making the most money. Go to withsarahmac.com/freedom club to apply now. Now let's get back to the episode. Thinking about routines for my new life, putting down roots, feeling grounded, after being, very ungrounded, like literally uprooting our entire life and moving it and having all of our stuff shipped across the country in a truck it took almost a month to arrive. Finding that routine again and getting everything in its rightful place so that I'm not just constantly looking for things. And even again, as I'm unpacking, this is a very Mercury retrograde activity, just analyzing, do I still really want this? Our place is a little bit smaller than our last place, but it has a much bigger outdoor space. So we're going through that challenge of, we have giant cupboards in our last place. So we could kind of be a little bit less intentional with what we kept and what we didn't. We got rid of a lot of stuff before we moved. But again, it's that process of just really analyzing, does this have a place in my life, or am I ready to let this go? Do I want to clean it up? Do I want to upgrade it, up level it, or change it in some way? And then getting back into my self-care routines and being more consistent with that, with my yoga, breath work, researching local practitioners to get my self-care appointment routines going again, figuring out insurance, my new insurance out here, all of that stuff. And then, for example, today is the last day of Mercury retrograde, and I sat down to do some work on some music, and I was like, one of my ports stopped working in my laptop. So I had to go through this whole thing of rebooting it. The entire hour that I'd given myself to work on some music was actually spent fixing a random issue that showed up with my laptop, which needed to be fixed in order for me to use the ports to, be able to do the things that I wanted to do. Very Mercury retrograde. So a question that I've been asking myself, and that I invite you to ask yourself, is what are all of the small, annoying ways that I can hold myself back from more powerfully moving towards my big vision? And digital organization just really is that for me. Inbox, I've been pitching to more press and media outlets, and I'm like, I have to be on it with my emails if I'm going to get editors, saying yes to blog pitches, and then I have to go ahead and write and submit things. And it's a very timely thing. I can't just miss that email for a few days or a week, right? So these are the things that I've just been looking at and sending some time and some intentionality and just some bigger time blocks here and there, and then some small touch points day by day to just create some momentum in those areas that had been kind of stagnant, that I definitely just completely shoved off my to-do list and my, priorities. It's a time to just up level systems and give them some love and some attention so that they start to work for me at the next level. I'm not going to be perfect. It's not going to be my number one priority, because that ultimately isn't really a huge needle mover in making me money and serving people through my business, in my creative work, but it does elevate my ability to do all of those things at a higher level. So I've been developing more habits around writing music now that I have, more space and I'm not packing as much or unpacking as much, and also around rest and play, right? Because it's so easy to get into that high gear back to school, I'm going to slay the week, and then, to get burnt out, and then all of the things start to drop off. So making sure that there's rest breaks, there's replenishment, all of those other things that support me to be consistent, to keep that rhythm of support so it doesn't just fall off the to-do list forever. Which for me is meditation, daily exercise, yoga, going for a walk, being outside. I live 10 minutes from the beach now. I went to do yoga on the beach the other morning while Albors went surfing. It's the dream, but it can be so easy to just get in the rabbit hole and be doing things and unpacking and working on projects and forget there's a beach 10 minutes away. Go, get out the house, go and enjoy it. Watch one of the most incredible sunsets you've ever seen in your entire life if you would only get out of the house. So what projects have you been avoiding? What can you start to tackle, maybe in a bigger way, maybe in just a small way? some of the themes of Virgo. So, this can apply while we're in Virgo season. It can also apply to actually look in your chart. Where is Virgo represented in your chart? What planets do you have there? What house is in Virgo? Where are these themes always playing out for you? And how are you expressing them? Some of those themes are selfless service, being methodical, precision, being analytical, purity of thought and body. I'm really, really into clean living and have become more and more and more so throughout my life. I really was not super into that earlier on in my life. It also represents connection to Mother Earth and the earth element that is sustaining, that's grounded, that's cyclical. So here are some content prompts for you. Either you can use these to reflect on the part of your chart that you have placements or houses in Virgo, or for right now when we're in Virgo season, which runs up until, I believe it's the 23rd of September. So by the time this airs, we'll have one more week of Virgo season, and then I'm going to create some Libra prompts. I'm going to do some content prompts, and I'm also going to do some money alignment prompts as well. So if you're loving this, please tell me and let me know. Okay. So think, as always, through the lens of the result that you support your clients to create with your offer. What is your big shiny result? What have you embodied? What is the big shiny result that your clients join your offer to create in their own lives? Always, always, always let this be the focus of our content. And, we're using astrology really as a lens to bring you ideas about the specifics that really are inherent to you as an individual. That, those specifics of your life and your expression of these themes is really what makes you so perfect for your ideal client. So these are going to help you identify, and this isn't like finding the ultimate perfect, best parts of your story. This is what resonates with this theme for me? And what resonates for me right now, are some of the broader themes that I see coming up again and again in my life? What are the patterns? These prompts are going to help you see some of those things that maybe you knew, but now you're going to feel clear on when you're really seeing how they come to mind for you. Because it's really these specifics, from the small ones to the big ones, that represent who you are and really just well articulate who you are and how you do what you do and what makes you different and unique to everyone else out there on the internet. And this is both in the way that you do your work and also in the way that you live your life, right? In the way that you live your life, that is giving people so much information about what you value and who you are as a person and how you operate, which naturally is obviously going to seep in to the way that you work with your clients and the way that you do your work. So you can take these prompts either way, to tell the story of the person behind the work and to give more insights into who you are with the personal details, and or you can take them really super, super specific on the details of how you work and how you embody the work that you help your clients and that you will be doing with them when they work with you. So prompt number 1, and I will share these on my blog with sarahmac.com if you want to go over there and follow along. So prompt number 1, where have I held myself back on my path to creating the result I help my clients to achieve? So think about, what were some of those sticking points that I had to learn to overcome, either through skill building, repetition, setting up systems, or putting support in place? And what did it look like when I transformed or overcame these obstacles? Next content prompt. What is your vision of selfless service for your business, your brand, and your work? So what does the world actually look like when every single one of your potential clients out there has successfully been through and learned to embody your work for themselves? So share your vision of service that's driving your decision making in your business, your brand, and your offers and your content. Let people see your heart. Let them see what you deeply care about for your community. This gives them so much information about you and about your values that they can, identify if they share those values or not, which will lead to you only attracting more and more of the people who just vibe with you and are the best fit to work with you. So the last prompt I'm going to give you is, how do you define your method? So maybe you already have a very specific, clearly outlined method, and maybe you've never even thought about this. Or maybe there's an aspect of your work which you haven't actually kind of named that is really repetitive in the work that you're doing with clients. So just check in with where you are around that. Simply define the method that you use to take your client from A to B. Keep it as simple as possible and make a post about it and why you are so passionate about and why you're fully behind the way that you do things specifically, because you've chosen to do things in a certain way and there's a reason for that. Even if it was kind of just how it intuitively unfolded for you, there's a rhyme and reason to it. So name it and talk about it, because that's really going to help people see how you are different from other people who are helping them to potentially create the same result. So I hope you loved these content prompts. I will put them in the comments on my blog, in the podcast section of my website. If you want to see them written out, go to withsarahmac.com. And my very special announcement and invitation to all of you, if you love approaching content through the lens of astrology, I'm in the process of creating a very special free training series called Sign Soulmate Clients with Astrology. So when I work with clients using their astrology charts, they stop trying to sell offers in a way that feels like they're pushing a boulder up a hill. They have clarity on which parts of their story to share that are really going to sell their offer and make them stand out online, which really is the thing that gives them the confidence and, the actual positioning required to raise their rates, sometimes even doubling them. And soulmate clients start showing up more quickly and easily than ever. So I'm really excited about sharing this free training with you. It's going to show you how to read specific parts of your chart to cut the drama of overthinking your storytelling and overthinking your prices and overthinking your ideal client, and cut straight to the actions and insights that lead to signing soulmate clients consistently with ease month after month. So video number 1, we're going to dive into how to sign soulmate clients by selling from your sun sign. Video number 2 will be all about tapping into your unique sales flow. We're going to look at the second house in your chart for that. And I'm going to share some journaling prompts that are going to give you some amazing insights to cut through your money drama and get on to receiving more of a money flow. And video number 3 will all be about discovering your unique ritual for consistent clients and money flow. So go to the link in the description to sign up, or go and check out the freebies tab on my website withsarahmac.com. And you don't need to know anything more than your birth time, your date, and your place of birth. And I'll show you exactly what you need to know about your birth chart. This is a fit for anyone looking to create a more consistent flow of sales from soulmate clients, whether you're an advanced astrologer or a total beginner. I am so excited for all of this new content I'm going to be sharing with you. I would love to hear how this is landing. I would love to hear how it's gone with taking these content prompts and creating a piece of content. And I want to remind you, do check out the freebies tab on my website. There's an amazing 5-figure sales post template, social media post template on there that gives you a framework for putting your story into a post in a way that is really gonna speak to your ideal client and lead them to actually buy your offer. So please use that. People have created sales in very short amounts of time by following that template. You can download that for free on my website with Sarah Mac. So I can't wait to hear from you. Please, if you want to support my content, the best thing that you can do for this podcast is go over to iTunes and leave me a 5-star review. I will appreciate that so much if you would do that, and if you would share this with anyone who you know would benefit. So thank you so much. I will see you next week, and have a good one. Bye. For more inspirational content, head over to my website withsarahmac.com, and please support the show by liking, commenting, and subscribing.